So this is the machine parameter. This is the machine parameters for which we are going to design now using the software. It is of 120 watts, 300 RPM BLDC machine. These are the physical dimensions which I have got this is my PG thesis work. So this machine is of a stack length 43 mm. So it is a small size motor with 3000 RPM and rated power 120 watts. So as I said in the morning session, first this is the line diagram of the motor which we are going to draw. To develop the geometry, we need this paperwork, and for beginners this paperwork will help a lot, because why I will tell you while operating in software I will tell you. So these are the dimensions. What are the this is the air gap, every values are shown here. Based on these dimensions only we are going to develop this geometry in the software. And this is the this is the concentric type of winding, and this is the winding configuration of the machine which we are going to create model now. So this is the FEM diagram, FEM model of the BLDC motor which we are going to try it out now. Okay, it is of 6 slots, 4 pole machine. Okay, so let's get into the software now. Is this screen visible? Excuse me, sir. Hello. Can anybody respond to me? Yes. Okay. I got a message. Yes, sir. Okay. Sure. Thank you. Now, yeah, this is the new window model of the Magnet software. Once you open this, you will be viewing the screen like this only. Here, like all the tools, first we will see what are the available tools here. So if you go to files, it is like all the other softwares, it has new open file, and if you have any file to be opened, you can do that. You can save and save as like this. You can also print your drawings and everything like this. Here you have a import and export type. Import and export, actually if you see, means if you are comfortable with any other CAD softwares, then you can develop your uh, geometry using that software and you can just import that. Or if you have done any analysis in any other software, if it is compatible with this, you can import that model also into this and you can do that. Same as export also, in any format you can convert your file into any format by using your export. Okay, actually I am also having a package called ThermNet as and ElectNet. What does this means? If you want to do a fine thermal analysis, there is another package called ThermNet, which is a co-package of this Magnet software. So you want to install that also. And for electrical analysis, you can do but by this also. Anyhow, for basic level electromagnetic analysis, this Magnet is itself more than sufficient. Next, you come for editing tool. So in this editing tool, you have all these selecting options. In the selecting options, you can select anything from this geometry. That is, either you can select a component, or you can select the geometry line, or you can select the surface according to that. In this edit tool, you will be having cut, copy, paste like any other software. Apart from this, you are having these special components. Next, draw. So first, initially, all we want to use is from this draw tools only. Using these tools, we want to draw the geometry like this. Using this line, arc, like morning I have told you, arc, circle, and any other things. As we go on with designing, we can see what is this rotate edges and these things and all. We can see what it is. Now it will not be enabled. When the geometry is being constructed, then only these things will be enabled. Next is model. Once you have drawn everything, you want to make it as a component. So the geometry is made as a component using this model tools. So now everything is disabled. As we are drawing only, you will get enabled. These are boundary conditions. Okay. What are these boundary conditions talking about? To have a fine solution, you need to have some constraints. And that constraints has to be not assumed. It has to be logically calculated, and if logically required only, you want to apply these boundary conditions. To solve the machine, it is not very necessary that you should apply boundary conditions. But to get fine results and to get exact accurate value from the real-time model to your simulation, then these type of boundary conditions you can use. These boundary conditions are to be studied and what is the meaning of that, and then only these can be used. For example, I will tell the purposes of these boundary conditions. This flux tangential, if you apply this, it will suppress the flux density components present in the design. Okay, because if you want to avoid this flux tangentially acting fluxes, you can suppress it by using this boundary conditions. Okay, similarly, field normal. This suppresses the field tangential components. Next, even periodic. This is during symmetricity, it is applied to the machine with even number of poles. During symmetricity operation only, if your machine is having even number of poles, then only this boundary conditions you want to apply. If your machine is of odd number of poles, then you want to go for or periodic boundary condition. Next, this surface impedance. This boundary condition represents the ohmic loss over the surfaces. The losses over the surfaces are represented by this surface impedance. If you want to provide some losses over the surfaces, at that time, by using this boundary condition, you can create that losses. Then thin plate. This is to assign surface property over the surface. That is, over the surface, if you want to have some temperatures. For example, I can say in like this way, if your machine has some additional coolant or something like that, okay, but you cannot provide it in simulation like designing a coolant, and it will vary after 10 seconds, 2 seconds. These types of analysis you cannot do. So at that time, what you can do is that what is the temperature of coolant you can give over the surfaces. This is a small example which I am giving you, that to apply a boundary condition. For example, if the machine is operated in an atmospheric temperature of, you are going to operate your machine in the open space, and if the atmospheric temperature is of 40 degrees Celsius, so what you can do is that surrounding your machine, you can put a thin geometry line inside which you can put air, and that air can be of temperature 40 degrees Celsius. This is also a type of boundary conditions. So these are the some boundary conditions which are available here. Then this is circuit. What is that is there are some basic electrical and electronic components in this software, so that once your machine is done, your coil can be connected with this type of circuit connections, and you can give switching pulses, and also you can check with that. This type of actions can be done through this circuit option. Next is solve. After designing everything, you want to go to solve your machines. Before solving your machine, you want to set your solver options. So you want to set your solver option. What is adaptation? It has H adaptation and P adaptation. If your analysis is of 2D, you can go with H, whereas if you go with 3D analysis, then you can choose for P adaptation. These things and all, as we go on, I will tell in depth. So what is the transient option? By transient option, you can simulate it in some seconds. For some second, you want to make your machine analysis done, and then you want to do means you can do through transient option analysis. This is viewing. That is, once your geometry is built, in which view you want to see your machine, you can just rotate and meshing and all, you can see it here, so that you can do it yourself. Viewing option, this is. Next is tools. In this tools, you have field probes and all. You have, these are the few unique these things. That is field probe. If you click on this and if you keep your probe on the machine, it will tell what is the value of flux or anything which you are selecting at that particular point. So this options can be used in tool. This is project bar. Project bar is this bar, and keyboard input bar. If you click it, you will get a keyboard input bar, whereas where will you will give your graphical coordinates. This is animate. So your flux flow and these things can be made as an animation, and you can view your results in an animation way also. This is script. This is programming. If you want to program and keep your design models, you can use this also. And these are and all additional values only. So these things will not serve you in designing or analysis purposes. So now we will start with our first step. First step is that we want to build the geometry. Okay, so first step, what we want to do, we want to create a new model. After that, you want to go for drawing tool. So before that, you want to check which input you are going to give. Okay, so now I will just show using mouse itself how you are able to draw. Okay, so now I have not chose any mode. I am just selecting a circle option here in this, and I am just drawing my mouse here. If I click, you are getting a circle here. Okay, so this, by this you will not get any dimensions. Actually, this is a rough procedure only. Okay, so if you click like this, you don't know this is what diameter is there, this thing is there, what is the inner diameter, you don't know. But for roughly, you can just like that draw and you can do that. But in our case, what we are going to do is we have dimensions, and with these dimensions only we are going to draw. So just I will show how to draw the circle now. So first I want to go to the tools. In this tools, what I want to go is that I want to go for keyboard input bar. So now you can see I have got a keyboard input. So it has X, Y coordinates. By putting X and Y coordinates, you will be getting this drawing here. So by entering your dimensions, okay, you will get the drawn geometry here. Now I am going to change this unit into, say, millimeters. So now I am just going to draw a circle now. I have just clicked the circle here, and I have gone to my keyboard input bar, and here you can see the title, specify the center point and a point on the radius of the circle using the mouse or the keyboard. Okay, so now using the keyboard, I am going to give the coordinates. I just 0 0. First step is I want to make my center point, so I have made 0 0. Okay, next. Zero zero. Next, I have made the pen drop at the center at 0 0. Now I am going to give my radius. In x-axis, let it be 0 itself, but in y-axis I am giving for roughly say 30. Now my circle has been drawn, but since it is in millimeters, it is very small. So I am going to view option. This is my view option. In the, if you see this symbol, this is automatic view all. If you click that, automatically it will view the maximum outer surface area. Now I have drawn a circle for 30 mm. Okay, so next, this can be taken as my outer, say for roughly stator outer diameter, roughly I am telling. Okay, next I am going to draw another circle now. So again I am selecting the circle and my pen point is at 0, 0. Now I want to mention my radius, say for example 25. So now I have got my stator inner radius, for example. Okay. Now I want to develop my stator teeth. So for stator teeth, what I want to do is that I want to draw a line. So I am choosing the line option. Now again, you want to specify the start and end point. So I am choosing this as 0.25. Now x-axis I will give some +5. Oh, I think I have made wrong. So now I want to specify my point. So I will choose x-axis as 5 and my this as 35. So this is my starting point. Okay. Now my end point will be x-axis this itself, and for example I am putting 10. So now I have got a line like this. Okay, this I am showing to you roughly only, for example only. So you want to take the dimensions exactly and you want to draw it. Okay, now again I want to draw a line. So again I am selecting a line. So I want to put it in my this direction also. So now it is -5.5 to comma 10. Okay, so now this I am taking as my starting point. Okay, and here I am putting my pen, and this is my starting point, and I will end it as 35. So I have got two lines like this. So this will be treated as my stator teeth, for example. Okay, now but here and all you are having a unwanted portions. Okay, this is and all unwanted portions. So how to delete it? Now you want to go for selecting options. Here you can see select construction slice, lines or arcs. Okay, this will select lines only. Above that you are seeing select construction slice surfaces. This will select surfaces. First I will show you what is surfaces. I am clicking surface and I am clicking here. So it will select the whole surface. Okay. Now, if I am clicking here, it will select the whole surface. But here and all, it will not select anything because this is the surface of your drawing. Okay. Since this portion is here, it is open, right? So if I am clicking here, the whole portion is selected, which means there is a hole. Here, one line is blocking. If I am selecting here, this portion is not getting selected because the line is closing here. So you can understand a small difference, right? Now I want to select the construction slice line. Okay. Now I am selecting this line. Okay. Now this whole portion is not an unwanted line for me. I just wanted to delete this only. This is and all not unwanted portion for me. So what I want to do is, here you can see one option like scissor symbol, and it tells that segment edges. If you click that, this will be subdivided as edges. Now if you select the lines, you will have parts, whereas here you are not having parts. Are you understanding clearly? See, first we have drawn lines. This was also a line, but when I am selecting this line, this whole line is selected. But if I am selecting this line, this whole line is not selected. It is selecting in parts. This has been cut by this line, this arc, sorry. So how I got this? By clicking on this, I will select segment edges. So if I click here, your edges will be segmented. Now the unwanted portions, you click here and just delete it. It will go. Okay. Now again, if you see this portion, stator teeth, this portion should be opened, right? Teeth means this portion should be opened. So what we want to do? We want to select this line. Okay. Segment edges. If you select this, it will get opened. So if you delete it, it will go. So this is the tricks for developing the geometry. These are the steps. Okay. Now again, you want to draw a pole shoe here. Okay. So again, what you want to do? You want to select the circle option. Select your starting point as 0, 0. That means your pen will be at this point and it has dropped here. Now y-axis, if you give, for example, previously we have given 30 and this is 25. So for example, here I think we can give it as 15 or something like that. We can check. So 15 is coming here. Okay. So next circle we will draw. Now again, I will specify my starting point. Now I have started. My radius will be like, say 18. Okay. Now it is somewhat okay now. So again, I need to draw a line here to get a teeth. Okay. So again, I will draw a teeth for teeth getting stator teeth. This is the stator core and this is the teeth and this is called as pole shoe, teeth pole shoe. So now create a shoe. I want to draw a simple line here. Okay. So now I am selecting the line. So previously this line was 5. So let us go some 2 mm from here. So we will keep it as 7. Okay. 7, 18. 18 means this arc will come as 18. So this arc will come as 18. So 7, if I am putting 18 means this side the arc is getting down. So it can be 18, no problem. So 7, 18, 18, 7, 18, 18, I have started. Where to end is that this will give us 10. So here we can put it as, for example, 8. So here I have got a line. Okay. So now again, this side I want to draw a line. So I will put it as -7. Okay. Again, I have to select line. Now -7, 8 is my starting point. That is, I'm going to start from here, this line. From here to here, I will go. So 7, 8. I'm going to started, and now I am going to end it as, say, for example, 15. 15 means it is getting wrong. So we will go 18. So this can be like 18, for example. So let it be this as starting point. Okay. So I have drawn 2 lines. Now what we want to do? Now what we want to do is we want to delete our unwanted portions. So again, what we want to do? We want to segment our edges. So we have understood the diagram how it should be. So this is, I'm going to select this option, selected this line. In this, my unwanted portions are this and this. Now I am going to segment edges, deleting this portion and deleting this portion. Okay. Now in this line, again, I am selecting this. This is my unwanted portion and this is my unwanted portion. Similarly here, again, I am going to give segment edges. This is unwanted portion and this is unwanted portion. Now this line, segment edges, this is my unwanted portion and this is my unwanted portion. Okay, now you have got a pole shoe, right? Now in this circle, what are the unwanted portions? Segment edges, this is my unwanted portion and this is my unwanted portion. This is my unwanted portion, and this circle also I can delete it. Okay, now in this circle again, segment edges, delete, 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 over. Now we have got a stator outer diameter, inner diameter, teeth also we have got. But what should we do? We should have in surrounding this stator, we should have teeth. Okay, so what you have option is that you can select all this by pressing the control. One easy step is that in draw you want to go. Now these are the things enabled. Okay, now you can see rotate edges. If you click here, you will be getting an option like rotate angle and number of copies. Okay, so for example, if you want to make 4 poles, okay, 4 salient poles, then the whole circumference of any circle is that 360 degree. So 360 degree divided by 4 number of poles, 4, that will give 90. For example, if you give 90 here and number of copies you enable, and if you apply it at 90 degree, you are getting here. Okay, now again 2 you can apply, you got here. Next 3 apply, you got here. Okay, close. Okay, now you got a 4 pole machine. Now your stator is ready. In this stator, if you see, now select the surface and see. Now say stator is not completely selected, only the frame is selected. Why this teeth is not selected? Why? Because this is stopping your design. This should be open. So now you click on this line, delete your unwanted portion. Click on this line. Now if you delete this completely, this will go. So what you want to do? Again, you want to do segment edges and delete it. Here segment edges and delete it. Now again select this. Want to do select segment edges, delete it, and delete it. Now you got a complete stator. This is an example. For drawing I have done like this. Okay, but this is not our model. Okay, now if you select the surface and if you click over it, now your stator is completely being selected. If you select this rotor, this portions will not be getting selected. Okay, now this is the basic idea to draw a machine. This is my idea of projecting the geometry. But if you have skill, you can use arc and you can draw arc also, and any other shortcuts if you want to make also you can make. But simple logic is that you want to get some idea about the XY graphical coordinates. Okay, now I am going to show the completely built geometry of our machine. Okay, so this is our completely built geometry. Okay, if you select the surface and if you see, this is your stator, complete stator. Okay, this is your rotor hub, you can say at rotor core, and this is your shaft. This is your permanent magnet, rotor poles. You are having 4 poles, okay, in rotor, and 6 poles in the stator. Okay, now surrounding this stator teeth, you want to give windings. Okay, these windings are placed here. Okay, these are windings. and this is your air gap, you can say. Okay, as I said morning, I have kept only 0.5 mm of air gap here. The air gap should be minimum to reduce the leakage flux linkage. Okay, so this portion should be minimum of 0.5. Sorry, maximum of 0.5, like that. Okay, it should be minimum. Now, once the geometry is completely built, now you want to fill in your materials. How to fill in the materials? Now you want to select the surface. This selecting tool you want to select and click on it. So the surface is being selected. Okay, now you want to go to model. In this model you can see the first option, make component in a line. Okay, if you click it, now hereafter this is not a geometry, this is going to become a component. Say for example, we will keep this component name as stator core. Okay, now you are going to keep the material as cold rolled steel, CR10 cold rolled steel. Okay, you are kept this. Okay, now you want to give the distance. As I said, this machine is a stack length of 43 mm. So 43. Here you can see new material also. What is this new material is that here you can get the material which is defaultly available in the software only. But by selecting this new material, what you can do is that you can fix your own material property and you can put there. By changing material property, I told already that by changing material property also, you can show some design variations. So you can put your own material properties having like that, and you can do researches on that also. Now I have given like this. Now if you can see in this, you are having a stator core here. Okay, this has these many faces. So in future, if you want to change any properties of the stator core, just go here in the object screen and you can change the properties here. Here also you can change the properties. Any property if you want to put, you can change the properties here. Okay, close. Next, we will create rotor core. Similarly, I want to select the surface here. I want to click the surface over here. Now, model, make component in a line. Click on it. Make it as rotor core. And for example, you can make it as carpenter silicon steel. This is not necessarily this material only you want to give. You can give your own material. As I fixed already, the distance is stack length is 43 meter. Okay, so now I am giving. Now rotor core is also created. Next, we want to give permanent magnet material here. Okay, now I want to again select it. And another thing is that shaft also actually you want to give. Shaft you should not leave like this itself, because this will be treated as hole in the model then. So shaft also you create as one model. So shall we make it as shaft, and the same for I'm giving as randomly I'm giving. So here also I have given one shaft material. Now coming to the permanent magnet. Why I am worried about permanent magnet? These things and all no problem. This you can give, but in permanent magnet we will see what we want to give. So now again I have selected the permanent magnet here, and model, create, make a model in a line. I'm going. Now I want to select a magnetic material now here. So I am going to search for magnetic material. So as I told already here, neodymium magnet is also is there, and samarium cobalt is also there. So we will use samarium cobalt. Okay, now if you see here, now material direction, previously nothing option was coming, but when you put a magnetic material, this option is coming, type. Okay, so uniform, fixed, uniform, this thing is there. So what we will use is that we will use radially inward. Why we want to go inward outward? What that means, it is like polarity. Okay, if you give inward, say it is not necessary that it is north, but it is of one polarity. Say for example, it is north itself. Okay, so you can give radially inward, and if you give okay, now permanent magnet one we will give. Okay, now here I have given inward. Okay, so what is the logic? Next here I want to give, it should be of opposite pole, right? So same components, everything is same, but this inward should be outward so that it is of opposite pole. Okay, now again I am selecting this. Now same samarium cobalt. Now this again should be of inward. Okay, now again this should be outward. So now you have created like north south north south. So now your permanent magnet configuration is also ready. Okay, now coming to air. If you are not filling air also, this project, this design will not work. So what I am going to do, this I am going to fill with air. Okay, so again I am making it, say for example, air. Okay, now you are having a air also here, and I have put it. So now air gap is also filled. Next, main important thing is that you want to make this as winding. Okay, these things are rotor winding. So I am selecting here. So actually you, for your understanding, I am doing like this, but you want, if you are selecting one by one only, you will get one easy flow, because when this has to be created as coil. For creating a coil, that will create confusion. So it is good that if you are creating one by one, not by selecting everything. Okay, so what problem you will be facing, I will show now. See, I have selected all the coils. Now in model, I am making a components in line. Now in conductors, I have put a copper wire. Okay, now everything is being done, but what difficulty I am facing, you see 9, if I am clicking here, randomly it is going to next place, randomly it will come to some other place, randomly it will not follow any sequence. If you select everything and make it as like this, it will have problem. So where it will be creating problem is that now you have fixed the model. If you can see for example, now your model is made actually. If you see the projected view also, you can see like this. See, your machine model is actually ready. So you have made you can also zoom it and you can also view it. Everything, your model is completely ready. As per 2D analysis, this is itself is sufficient. Okay, but you can view that this is the air gap and this is the shaft, this is the permanent magnet gap is there, stator slots, winding, everything is there. Okay, now you want to create coils. As I have shown already, this pole and this pole will be taken as A phase, this pole will be taken as B phase, this pole will be taken as C phase. Okay, now what you want to do is that you want to select this, this, okay, in this sequential order. Then only the coil will go here and come out here, go in here and come out here. In this, in which sequence you want to make coil, in like that sequence you want to make. Okay, now you want to go to model, and here the option is enabled, that is make simple coil. Unless and until you are creating a copper conducted wire or aluminum conducted wire, this will not be enabled. So now I am making a simple coil. So this is my, now this has been created. Now no more it is a winding, it is a coil now. Okay, so if you see here, I have created one coil A. Okay, this can be taken as A phase. Now if you zoom here, you can see outward, inward. Okay, this symbol you can see opposite poles, the winding is being concentratedly rotating. Okay, so similarly you want to select the component in select components, and next this has to be, again you want to go to model, make a simple coil. This will be created as coil 2. Okay, now two coils we have created, A phase, B phase, now C phase. This. Now make simple coil. Now again the coil has been created. Okay, now another important thing is that in this we want to show or create which is stationary part and which is rotating part. Okay, for that again you want to select here which are the things is rotating. Okay, so that should be created as rotating part. So I am selecting rotor, shaft, permanent magnet 1, permanent magnet 2, 3, 4. These are my rotating components. Okay, now I want to go to model. First you have created the coil, next you want to create make motion component. If you make this only, you can solve the problem as motor, or else you cannot solve the problem as motor. Okay, so I have made a motion component. Okay, here these are the properties of my motion component. Okay, what is the load, mass, everything you can give here. In positions also you can give. By giving this position also you can place your rated speed. Okay, for example, if your RPM is 3000, so for 1 minute it will rotate 3000 times. Okay, so for this millisecond how much it will rotate, that calculation you want to put, and by making it as an array. Okay, by making it as an array, for example 0 second it will be of 1 degree, 1 millisecond it will be of 2 degree, and 2 seconds it will be of 3 degree. Like that if you see means it will get a linear speed graph. Okay, and if you put periodic then it will follow. So by this the speed of the machine can be desired. Okay, here you can keep either load driven or velocity driven. Velocity driven means you can give the speed like that itself. Okay, but now if you see, there is a problem in this model. What is the problem in this model is that now we have made a motion component. This motion components are these things totally. When the rotor is rotating, what about this air gap? So in this, if this position is changed to this position, now this air gap will also stop the machine to rotate, right? Because this is a simulation tool. So what we want to do is that, for example, if this is, for example, you are from rotor outer diameter and the stator input diameter, in between you draw another circle. Okay, in between here you draw another circle and make that is also as a rotating component. Now your this complete thing will be rotating irrespective of this air gap. Okay, this is a trick, because while starting position, while starting the software, I was also facing the problem. Now, like this, the machine is being designed. Now we are created the shaft, rotor hub, permanent magnet, and I have told you how to create windings also. Okay, now we have completely built in the model. Now for your convenience, I'm closing this and I will show. So this is the completely built model with proper dimensions and proper materials. This is also not having much change, same like our model only, but for safety purpose I have previously designed this and I have kept. Okay, so we are having all the components. So likewise we have, by developing these things, we have done properly. You want to give these names also for your references. Okay, so completely, if you want to see the material property of this thing, you can. This is general method properties of full all the components. Okay, here you can select the solving options, everything in this also. I have told now for solving. So here you can redefine mesh sizes here also. Automatically meshes will be generated. If you want to do fine meshing, you can do here also. Okay. Now these are the solver options, and these are the adaptations I told you. Either you can use H or P adaptation. This is used for 3D only. And transient means you want to give a start time and end time for your simulation with how many steps you want to give. That also you want to provide it here. Okay. Now these are the parameters. Here you can give the rated current value and number of turns. Everything can be given here. Complete parameters. Okay. So what are the parameters? You know that parameters only you can give, rest you can leave. Okay. Now the circuit is being built and everything is done. Now you can view, you can go, as I told, this mesh has to be generated. Okay. For example, see, I have not told you the steps what I want to do. So if you want to, in view option, if you want to view these types of like wireframe model means this will give a plain line diagram. And if you want to see the solid model, this will show you the material fill and initial 2D mesh. Okay. So if you give this, this is the initial 2D mesh. So this mesh is, if it is coming means, then what is the, as I told you earlier, your model is perfect. If your model has any holes, like this edges are not connected, this edges are not connected, like this, any problem is there, this mesh will not be generated. Okay. Now, next step is that you want to go for solving option. Okay. As see here. In this, if you see, I have not created motion component. Okay. So since I have not created motion component in my solving option, this 2D simulation and 3D simulation with motion is not there. Okay. What you want to do is that, as I told morning, I told no that you have restrictions in trial version. In that trial version, you are not going to get these options, right? You are going to get static only. So what you want to do is that you have to select. I told now I will give you one trick. What you want to do, I will tell the trick now. So you want to select all the rotating components here. Okay, rotate all the rotating components. You rotate, and in this rotate components, you go here and you want to rotate for all the degrees. For example, if you make it as 30 degree, for example, okay. Now you can see your rotor is shifted from this position to this position. Okay. At this position, you want to solve static 2D and take the result. You are understanding? And again, you want to select this rotating components, all the rotating components. Okay. Now you want to give rotate components. From 30, you give 60. Then it is coming to the original position because I have given 60. So we will give 90. 45. So 45 I have given. Now in 45 it has rotated, and again in this position what you want to solve, you want to solve the static 2D and take the reading. Likewise from 0 to 360 degree you want to take it in different steps, and you want to copy the result and you want to paste it in Excel, and you want to plot the graph. If you do like that also, it is similar to that of transient analysis only, so it is not different. So in trial version also, if you put little effort you can get the transient results. Okay, now let us see how it is getting solved. So it will take time. So I have already solved the model and I have kept. I will just open that model and I will show you what are the options I have selected. Okay. So as I told you, in this model, if you see, means I have created the motion component. Okay. Here I have drawn one line between air gap and this thing. And my motion component include this air and not this air. So this air portion will be considered for stator and this air portion will be considered for rotor. Initially when I'm solving, I got this problem. So I found this technique and I have done like this. You can also create in the same way. Okay. See, I have given this name as virtual air, and this air is different and this air is different. So both the air are different with different same temperature and same properties, but different positions. Okay. Now I have created this motion component. Now you can see you can get a 2D with motion. Okay. Now see the solver option. In this first I have told now, before solving anything, first you want to go with all these solver options. Okay. In this solver options, you will give source frequency and how many iterations it has to be made with which order. You can take it as default also, or if you want to specify any, like to get smooth and fine results only, you want to give more values also, you can give. These are all, I have taken all the default values only. I have not changed any value. Okay. So in which method I am going to solve is that Newton-Raphson method. If you want to do 3D analysis, then you want to go for successive substitution method. Okay. In 3D also you can go with Newton-Raphson also, no problem, but for fine results only. Okay. Next, adaptation. As I said, you can use H adaptation or P adaptation, both, anything you can use. So you can select any option. Transient option. See, I have given 0 to 360 milliseconds. I have given the simulation time at 0 to 360 millisecond, and for each and every step it will give results. Okay. So I have given step time as 1 millisecond. So now either you can give static, 2D, any type of analysis you can give. See, for example, if I am giving this option 3 transient 2D with motion, if I click it, it will take time. So I am not giving now. Okay. I have already given. And this is solved only. So only this result is given. So already I have solved that. So if you click it, it will automatically solve and it will compute it, take its own time to show your results. After solving, you will have a new pop-up called result here. This is view and this is result. View is your model and results are your obtained result. Okay. Now in this, if I am selecting flux linkages, first we will see. Okay. Energy is there, force is there. In force you are getting torque. In this I have told about cogging torque. The torque which is coming in the z-axis is called as cogging torque. Okay. These are flux linkages, ohmic losses, iron losses, current, voltage, temperature, and motion. Okay. These are the things you are going to get here. In this, if you want to see, for example, flux linkages, just click here. Now, as you have solved it with motion, you are getting graph selection here, or else you will not get graph selection, as I told already. Okay. If you select here and put a graph selection here, you will get a graph here. See, you are getting a pure sinusoidal flux linkages at coil A. Okay. So you can close it. In B also, you are getting same flux linkages. And C also, uniform flux linkages. You can also, by customizing your charts and exporting your charts, you can club all the results also, and you can see also. This is the inbuilt result. Then you can export this data also, or copy chart also. You can copy chart and paste in. You can export your results also. Okay. Now, apart from these results and everything, see, for example, if you want to see cog-inter, z-axis star, just put graph selection. This is the cog-inter graph. Okay, so it includes all the stator and slots, everything, influence over the all the pole faces and everything, and you are getting the this thing. And we have selected up to 360 milliseconds time. So 360 millisecond, it has simulated it. And if you want to increase this time seconds also, you can increase it and you can go ahead. Okay. Next, apart from these things, you can view your you can view your flux portions also. This is also another important thing. See, for example, if you want to see your flux function or flux smooth, flux normally smooth, anything, these are the field available. Okay, these are static fields, these are time harmonic fields, and these are transient field. Okay, in the static field, if you want to select any, just wait a minute, it is, as this model is higher, you can see flux function also. See, this is the flux function. Okay, in this field also, actually that model is a transient model, na? So it is taking bit time. So I am just showing in this way. So here, if you see, you can see the flux linkage lines. Okay, we are not having any flux leakage. Or what is leakage is that apart from core, there should be flux lines. Actually, we are getting very little amount of flux line only, and it is circular path. It is connecting equally with all the paths. So everything based on this excitation, here we are getting high flux flow, and here we are getting low flux flow, because this is being excited at this time. Like this, many options are there. So like this, you can see your flux view also. Either if you want to see in shaded also, you can see shaded. Many options like shaded, like this also options. In arrow only, arrow also you can see, like in which direction it is flowing. Like that, you have many options. Likewise, you can see the flux flow options also. Okay, so coming to this, as it is solved model, we are not able to view the flux portion in this, because it is coming in the result formation here itself. So to view the flux passion, you want to solve it again, and then only you can take. Okay, so if I solve it now, it will take nearly half an hour. So half an hour, 15 minutes. So it will take time. So I have shown how to view this flux portion in a different model, same model only, which is not being solved. Okay, so then you are taking all your results like this, and you are done like that. So next important point, I told about animating also now. So what is animation is that while solving, you can take your result, if you keep it as add a frame and animate to a seconds, it will animate your flux portion. Okay, for example, here I am having an animated file of this file also. So this is the animated file of morning we have shown on format. So here this version, if you see, for example, this version if you see means this I have done in trial edition only. Okay, at this time I was not having full version, I used a trial version only. As I told you earlier na, that you want to move your rotor from 0 to 360 with different steps. Okay, in this you can see the rotor, this is the blue color line which is seen here na. This is the initial portion. I have moved my rotor from here to here. Okay, so that your rotor is getting animated. Which portion, which thing you want to get animated also, you can create your animation. Okay, this is to show that. And another thing, actually I'm having a flux also. Just please, sorry, I misplaced somewhere. Here. This is the animation of flux. This actually you cannot see exactly what is happening. I am not very sure that how the screen is being shared. So if you view here, you can see the circular flow of the flux moving. You see the color variation. Na? You can see the color variation, like green to red. This blue is being spread till here, which means the flux value is changing from here to here for 0 to 360 milliseconds. Okay, for 0 to 360 millisecond, for the boundary conditions and constraints I have given, the flux patterns are changing. Here you can see the flux variation in your animation. So this type of analysis also you can explore. Okay, so coming back to our model. So likewise, first thing I have told you about how to create the geometry and how to create the geometry into an object, and how to create the machine, how to create coils, how to place the permanent magnets like North Pole and South Pole, how to create coil winding as a coil, and then how to make permanent magnets North Pole and South Pole, how to create motion components, and after creating motion components, what are the solver options is available, and based on the solver options you are going to give whichever solving method you want to solve, you can give that solving options. Okay, after that, another important thing, today morning one of the madam asked about how to connect circuits along with this. So the next step is that you want to go to circuit. Okay, in this First option is align components. Okay. Now here we have created coils. Please wait for a minute. Okay, sorry. In this window, if you see, it is not in circuit. Okay, sorry, I have made a small confusion. So in this window, if you see new circuit window, okay, if you click it, you will get a circuit window like this. Okay, you have created 3 coils, A, B and C. Okay, so these 3 created coils will be here. You want to take it and drop it here. You want to take it and drop it, second coil, third coil, and using this circuit tools connections like that, you can connect it. And if you want to, like this, you can give connections like star connected or delta connected, anything proper. I am actually roughly doing, but actually you can do everything. You can create resistors, everything you can create, and you can build your own bridge circuit here for driving circuit, and you can give even supply to the excitation coil through your bridge circuit also. Like this also you can do. And another thing is that, another thing is, you want to make this model, solve this model, everything you have done, and you can keep this model as, you can export this. Okay, these many files, right? Like AutoCAD model or magnet file, magnet as is CATIA model or CAD product, everything you can make. Okay, like this, you can create your own machine block for MATLAB. So you can keep this model as your MATLAB simulating block. Only thing is that both the compatibility should be done. Okay, like this you can export. So by doing this type of analysis, so I think now I have almost uh, done with all geometry, coil building and everything. If additional feature, I want to tell you one thing. What is that is, if you are finding any difficulty in drawing like this and drawing like this and all, you are having another tool called MotorSolve. I think you are getting all my links here.